Okay, so here we are watching Grace be unveiled for Faze. Now, the interesting thing about this is obviously we have the cutesy anime sort of reveal video. We've got all of the YouTubers. We've got Amaranth. We've got Pokimane. We've got Valkyrie. We've got Toast. All welcoming her in, and it's all hands on face. It's all lovely. The reality is, none of these people in this round table here would actually know who she is if it wasn't for Stranger Things, nor would they care. It's about what she offers for clout, what she offers for PR and views and all of that stuff. That's why they're mingling. That's why they keep their circle so tight, because all of big YouTubers and all big content creators only ever work with other big people because it's a mutual benefit. So all of this whole stuff about I would never be hired for Faze if it wasn't for Stranger Things. Oh no, that's wrong. He's completely wrong. No, he's completely right. The reason you were hired was because you had a prominent sort of figure in Stranger Things, which is a hugely popular thing in America and around the world. But don't kid yourself, you're not signing for Faze for your gaming ability or your ability to be a professional player. And you're not signing to Faze because you were a successful content creator and they've picked you up and thought they could help really take Faze to the next level. It's an entire PR-based move. So when you Google Faze and you Google yourself, Faze are attached to you, you're attached to Faze, and all of a sudden it doesn't look quite as bad when you Google Faze and you see, oh look, Faze clan's welcoming the Stranger Things actress. They're not misogynistic, they're not a rubbish clan. But as you scroll, the drama that gets buried is the layoff in staff, the financial fears, the bad rosters, the, you know, all of this stuff, right? This is the thing. So you have Jake Lucky kind of defending her. Here's the thing. She opened up her Twitch account on July 22nd, pretty much. Boom. Huge amount of figures, and then completely tapered off for the year. It's a successful, quote, air quotes, content creator because she worked on Stranger Things and then launched a content creation thing based off the back of Stranger Things. That's how it works. This is not made up. This is not a lie. Her YouTube channel has 31k subs. She has less views than me, and I'm a dead random dude. And it's not an old channel. It's a clip channel that is going... It gets a few views because, one, she's a famous person in Stranger Things, but she's also playing with other famous people. And the reason she's getting to play with these famous people is, surprise, surprise, she's a big American actress. So yes, this has literally nothing to do with her skill level. It has nothing to do with her ability to create content. Literally nothing. It has everything to do with her ability to push a narrative in the media with Faze, and also what she brings to the table with all of her connections and stuff like that. This has nothing to do with gaming. What's funny about this is these people are so deluded and so brain dead that they actually begin to get wrapped up in their own thoughts, and they truly believe, like, no, I wasn't hired because I was in Stranger Things. No, it's because we had a really good meeting and Faze discussed some stuff with me and they wanted to sign me. Like, wake up. Like, look at the gameplay, right? We've been signed to a professional esports / content creation team, and the only content creation you're bringing is your ability to mingle within inner circles of famous people because you're, one, famous, and two, you get to play with like pros and other people again because of your connections. It's certainly not about the gameplay. Low elo Valorant lobbies as a ego with a headset on is not cutting it. So when you go to her Twitter and she's like promoting, hey, I'm streaming and all of this, what you want to look at is in the entire lifespan of her account, she's never tweeted at Faze apart from the 11th of October 22 when she just about launched her new accounts, and it was probably, let's be real, related to a meme that popped up on her feed, and that's what she's replied to. She then goes and quote hits back. She goes and quote hits back at Faze Rain, telling him to get wrecked, which is pretty funny considering like he's an OG and you won't have even known who he was or anything to do with the clan. So this is what she's got to say.
Because Faze Rain said that the only reason I was signed with Faze is because I was on Stranger Things.
Yes, the only reason you were signed to Faze is because you're on Stranger Things and you get to bring stuff to the table, right? What better way? Hey, we're cleaning up our image. We're not a misogynistic gaming clan. Look, we've got a female on our team now, and also she's an actress and blah blah blah. Like, the reason you got your foot in the door, which she goes on to admit, is Stranger Things. Just have a bit of common like self-awareness and decency for other people, because there will be people out there who have followed Faze for years and years that really want to break into Faze and get into it, but they can't because either they're not good enough players, their content creation figures aren't high enough, or maybe they lack skill or something else, and they're trying to work on these areas, and they see somebody go into the scene with the hoodie with their own name on. Yeah, they get the hoodie with their own name on because it's like already, hey, I'm a brand, despite only just making their accounts. They're on Stranger Things, right? That gets your foot in the door. And then they might discuss like, hey, where do we want to go with the brand? Okay, and then you might come up with some ideas. But the only reasons they'll listen to those ideas is because you have a platform that they want. So somebody else might get their foot in the door and have an interview and come up with really brilliant ideas for the direction of Faze, but they're not going to give that person the job because they'll think, well, when we hire them and they've got negative clout and nobody knows them, nobody's going to care, right? With this person, they think, right, actually, when we hire them and they say something, people will listen. Like if she puts out a statement, hey, I think Faze are really good and they're working with, I'll make it up, LGBT partners to create safe spaces for gaming, all of a sudden that has so much more weight than if they go and hire a random dude that's like got really good at, I don't know, what, Valorant, and is on the grind and they think, yo, he should be in Faze. They're not going to care about that. They're going to care about this opinion.
I'm sorry, sir. Were you in the meeting with us?
This is a really shit take. Oh, I'm sorry, were you in the meeting? No. He wasn't in the meeting, but it doesn't take a brain scientist to realise somebody with negative gaming skills and no previous connections is only getting an interview with Faze if they're popping off, and the reason you're popping off is because of Stranger Things. And you don't need to be offended by that. Just say, yeah, that is the case. But there's also these other things, right?
Were you there? No, I've never fucking met you.
Be main.
It's the immediate aggressive swearing self-defense because she knows she's been rattled.
And that is not why Faze signed me. Like, that is definitely how I got the meeting.
Yeah, so the reason, like you say, the reason you got the meeting was because you are a famous person on Stranger Things. So what Faze Rain is saying is there are loads and loads of other people in the world that once they're inside of a meeting with Faze could come up with great ideas, but they're never going to be signed because they don't have the platform or nobody cares about them. Just like they wouldn't care about you if you weren't in Stranger Things. Why would they care about some dog shit Valorant player that has no connections? Well, they wouldn't, would they? They wouldn't sign them. But they're obviously signing you because they're overlooking that, because you're bringing other things to the table, other things, aka PR.
Yes, I will definitely give that credit. That is how I got the meeting. But that is absolutely not
For you
why I was
down
signed.
B. One enemy remaining.
Where's she at?
The things that we spoke about in the meeting are why it happened.
Oh my god.
So, get fucking wrecked.
So she's talking to like one of the original Faze people saying get fucking wrecked. The ego is off the charts. Why can't she just admit, yeah, I got my foot in the doorway because of Faze, and yeah, I am famous and they did want to use my platform, but I also think I can do some good with my platform, and end of topic. Instead it goes into like, so get wrecked, like there's nothing you can do about it. So that's just kind of where we're in right now. She played Chrissy Cunningham in season 4 Netflix Stranger Things, and she's now in Faze Clan. why do we think people like Snoop Dogg, Grace here, are in FaZe Clan? Do we think it's because they're just so unbelievably skilled and have such a high level of ability in business to drive FaZe forward that they've been hired? No, Grace is breaking down barriers and paving way for more women in gaming. But what we love most about her is she's not afraid to be herself. She's cool and confident, and she's inspiring to women everywhere. AKA, loads of young gamers and girls look up to her because she was in Stranger Things, and that's really good for us. We could get her on FaZe. She's never spoke about FaZe before. She's never done content creation before. Completely non-existent up until the point that she got on Stranger Things, and someone's obviously said to her, yo, don't be daft and throw this opportunity away. You can launch a brand off this. We picked each other for a reason, and I'm excited to take on an important role of bringing women to the forefront of gaming. We picked each other for a reason. Now, she believes the reason has nothing to do with Stranger Things or her ability to have, air quotes, clout. We know what, how do I word it? The Pokemon, the Amaranth, the Toast, is it called Sonochu Circle? That group of people that all play Among Us, like, yeah, why do you think they all play Among Us? Do you think they all just happen to be best friends playing Among Us together? Or do you think it's because they're all individually popular and together it becomes more popular, and then all of a sudden you create a house, a gaming house, people follow them, you all individually become a brand? Or is it because, oh no, we just happen to really want to sign Grace Van here for immense business ability and decision making to bring women to the gaming forefront? Like, if that's all they wanted to do was find somebody that was a woman that was relatable, that had a business idea on how to bring women to the forefront of gaming, they would have never chosen you. And that's okay, but just have a little bit of common decency and a little bit of drop the ego, so to speak, because you're not on FaZe for any other reason than Stranger Things, and he's right, and that's why he's rattled you. And what you needed to do is respond by saying, you know what, yeah, maybe he is right, but that doesn't mean I can't do good now that I'm on FaZe and I can't use my platform for good. Instead, they go on the defensive, and they have this crazy messed up belief of like, no, that's not true at all. I'm on FaZe for this specific reason. Like, literally, no. This is like the whole thing, by the way. It's not just this person. I know somebody from high school that's currently unboxing special, air quotes, Diablo 4 things because they're a safe PR brand. They've never played ARPGs. Their audience isn't from ARPGs, but because they're a non-offensive PR brand that is not going to shit talk Diablo, they get to unbox some stuff because they know in return that brand they've built is not going to say anything dodgy about their product. This is where we are now with gaming. We have everything is influenced. Grace Van Dien here, however you pronounce her name, is not coming into FaZe because she grew up interested in esports and competitive gaming and wanted to get other women into the scene. No, she's just thought, great opportunity for me, and they've obviously thought, great opportunity for us. You know, she loves to play Valorant under the name Bluephil on Twitch, where she's racked up an impressive audience of over 325 followers. I am sorry, but what? That doesn't make any sense. And over 6.2 combined across multiple platforms, aka TikTok. She's not anything to do with Twitch. 325 followers. No, of course that's why FaZe were interested. They just wanted the 325 followers from the Twitch.